สวัสดีครับอาจารย์ครับผม
Hello and welcome to another Dhamma meeting where we will discuss the Buddhist practices of charity, morality, and meditation. Everyone who is interested is welcome to join. We are waiting for our first participant, and she happens to be Diana from Canada. Hi, Diana. You're the first one to come in
Nama,
tonight.
Nama Buddhaya, Ajaan, Suchart.
What's your daughter name? Hello.
Скажи hello.
Hi.
What's your
You give me
name?
your name.
My name is Greta.
Greta. Okay. Good to see you. How are you?
Good.
Okay. You go to school today? No, on holiday, huh? Vacation now. What grade are you gonna study next year?
I'm grade 3.
Grade 3, huh? Okay. You're making good grades in school? Aces? Make a lot of aces?
Um, Actually, I joined Suchart. We are homeschoolers. We do
I
like
see.
alternative homeschooling. So
Uh-huh.
a few times a week, we go to different uh, schooling sessions for different themes, like forest schooling and Waldorf style, which is more like holistic.
I see. So you can choose the subject you want to study?
Yes, and then we can go like slower and in smaller groups, like more space to explore.
You like it that way?
Yeah, because it allows more flexibility in terms of traveling to different cities. My mom is in another
Uh,
city, so during the week I don't have to give any excuse to public school each time we go there.
mhm.
And also, like a few times a week, I need to take her to like some back treatments to realign her back and neck.
Mhm.
And that, so otherwise, it would be like a lot of communication with the school, always informing that we need to be away. And I think
Yeah.
there's like there's a percentage of time that they like to keep that everybody attends.
So this is the reason why you have to do your own home schooling.
Part of it, and also because I chose to do like Waldorf style more.
Mhm.
Okay, do you
Okay.
pay respect?
You have any question, Greta? No? You know who the Buddha is?
Mm,
He's a great teacher, okay? He's the
yeah.
greatest teacher on earth. Okay, if you want to learn anything, go to the Buddha. He'll teach you anything you want to know.
You can say we were at the monastery this
We
Sunday.
were at the monastery this Sunday.
Okay. Did you see the Buddha statue? Okay. Every time you see the Buddha, you should pay respect, okay? All right.
Respect.
Be
Yes.
good girl. Be good girl.
Yeah, I see. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Well, I guess she's shy, more shy than because we haven't done these Zooms. Yeah, they had some special celebration because it's a Sri Lankan monastery, so they were commemorating the day that Arahant Mahinda Bhante entered Sri Lanka and was teaching there for 40 years or something like that.
Yes. Good. Okay.
And
Do you
they,
have any question tonight?
no questions. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it into the Zoom. I tried to join super early. Yes, I was doing more. I was trying to do like intentionally more like body mindfulness, like each time when I catch myself. Okay, I'm on Zoom right now. Just a second. Each time when I catch myself, like just try to be mindful of whatever it is I'm seeing, like my arms or my legs, or just and I actually found it very useful. I was able to switch to my breathing pretty quickly after that. So it was very useful.
Yeah. Yes, you use the body to tie your mind with, so your mind doesn't go all over the world.
It's still a struggle living the daily life, when I'm needing to engage or when the engagement comes towards me. I try to make a shift from okay, I'm just going to take myself into the room where I tried to make a shift from engaging first and then regretting
Oh, your signal is not.
the boundary and then trying to. Can you hear me?
Okay, good now.
Yes. I tried to make a shift from first instead of keep engaging, like keep responding to the situation, actually say um like I'm sorry, I'm busy, but just try to stay with my mindfulness first and then engage later when I felt like more mindful. I don't know. I was just trying to do it this week.
Well, be mindful with your engagement. You just switch from your body to the whatever you're engaging, and be mindful of that.
Be mindful of the engagement.
That's right. Use the engagement as your object of mindfulness. If you're talking to somebody, pay attention to what does somebody say or what you say.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're alone, then you watch your body, movement, activity. But
Yes,
when
that's
you're
I
with
was trying.
somebody, then you have to be focused on what you are engaging with. Who are you engaging with? What are you saying? What they are saying to you, so forth. You have to be mindful, have to be in the present.
Mm-hmm. I was engaging in some situation which I was uh, trying to do something different rather than like give it up and then feeling bad that I wasn't strong enough to keep communicating. I challenged myself to keep communicating and repeating the same thing, which I found, um, like, let's say I said something once, but then the person would reply with a comment that was ignoring my point. So I just tried to be mindful and just kind of keep repeating my point, and it took like 10 times, and then finally I said, well, I can see that there's no way, so I will finish it. And then at that point the person replied that they understood what I meant. But it was like interesting to watch the irritation towards the other person, like not hearing me, or like being faced with the feeling of, oh, I'm being ignored. um and trying to figure out how to apply my mindfulness in this situation rather than just like I knew I could give it up and walk away, which I've done in the past, but then I've lost some money. I paid for this course and there was a misunderstanding in communication. So that was something where I applied my mindfulness.
You have to use rationality also when you have to engage with people, not just mindfulness alone. You have to use common sense. What you should say or do to the situation, but not do it with greed or hatred. Just do it with loving kindness or equanimity.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I still have a few more days to work on the situation. I will try to put that as my priority rather than the result.
Okay. Anything else?
I can make room for other people too.
No, don't worry. You have the opportunity now if you want to.
Continue.
It's okay. We all take turn to come in front of the queue. So this time, today is your turn to be in front of the line.
Okay. Again,
Mm.
one more time. Well, with my mother, I have been trying to apply all of your advice, and I still find in the moment I'm not able to just
Be kind to her.
yes,
Be nice to her.
yeah, in that moment, in like I'm able, and then in one moment I'm not, and then thereafter I regret it because whatever I was trying to do wasn't working anyway.
And you
So just
use
give up my ego.
equanimity. Then you have to use equanimity in what
How?
you're trying to just just merely know what's going on and not react.
Yes, she wants me. She's talking to me without like. It's good because she's sharing with me, and there's a lot of emotion in there, and I find it challenging to just keep listening in that moment. I try to just, but at some point,
You can
I
recite
just
Bhutto Bhutto while you're listening. Let her say
okay.
whatever she wants to say. If you feel emotional involved, then you should use mindfulness to bring your mind back to normality.
And if I'm using equanimity, then what I would do?
You just listen. Don't react.
So listen to just her words or her emotions, like how?
Just listen to her words and don't become emotional with her words.
And if she's sharing like some pain, then just
Whatever
listen.
she wants to share with you, just listen. Just merely know, just merely hear. No reaction, no emotional reaction on your part.
Mm-hmm.
If you are reacting, then it means you need more mindfulness. Then you recite Bhutto, Bhutto, Bhutto while you're listening at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. Somehow the mind just forgets, and then it's like I'm drowning, and then I forget like I'm trying to keep above the water, but
That's why
then
you need to come into the room here to refresh your memory. See
yes,
what you have
yes.
to do. So okay, don't worry about the past. What's gone is gone. Try to stay mindful in the present and try to be non-emotional in the present.
Mm-hmm. Just focus.
React with loving kindness if you can, compassion or sympathetic joy. But if these things don't work, then you just use equanimity.
Equanimity, is there like something I can do when I'm trying to do equanimity?
If you cannot do anything, then you use equanimity. If you can do something with compassion, do it. with loving kindness or with sympathetic joy, then you do it. But you find that this thing don't work, then you have to use equanimity.
Equanimity is like not thinking anything, like just.
Just merely accepting what's going on and not doing anything because
Okay. Okay, just accepting that this is what's happening now, that she's feeling
yeah,
pain.
and there's nothing you can do anything about.
Okay. Now I got it. Okay.
Okay. Let go. This is the meaning of letting go. Let her be. Let she be whatever she is. Don't try to change her. She's banana. Don't try to change her into orange.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're back to accepting.
Yeah, that's the goal of practice. Eventually accept everything. Aging, sickness, and death, separation. If we accept, then there's no dukkha, no suffering.
Mm-hmm. And what could help me with accepting?
It makes you peaceful and calm and protected from suffering. Your mind.
Let's say I know that I'm not accepting the situation, then what?
Then you use mindfulness like a mantra, Bhutto, Bhutto, Bhutto.
Okay, I got it now. Okay, so once I identify I'm not accepting it, then I switch to the Buddha.
I use anicca, dukkha, anatta. Everything is anicca. Everything is temporary.
Mm-hmm.
Everything rises and ceases, come and go.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can let go. If you cannot let go with mindfulness, wisdom, then you have to use mindfulness. Bhutto, Bhutto, Bhutto.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I actually will apply all your sharing with my mother, with my daughter also, because it's very similar with listening to the emotions and reactions, and in a way, me just wanting to focus on my practice, which is not possible in those settings too much. Like I'm with them.
Mm. See, your mind hasn't been trained to react with equanimity. Your mind has been trained to react with love, hate, fear, or delusion. So this is what the training is all about, to train your mind to react with equanimity, not with emotion.
Mm-hmm.
So you need mindfulness and wisdom to do this.
So I'm just working on my own reactions, not theirs.
That's right. Don't worry about their reaction because you cannot control them, but you can control yours. And it's your reaction that's hurting you, not them, not their reaction to you, not their action toward you.
Okay, this is good information. I can apply this.
Okay, understand now? Good.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Just very happy to see you here, to be here.
Okay, good. Okay, I'll go to the next person now, okay? Also still in Canada, Dr. Piao and Indira. Didn't see you last week. You didn't come in, right?
We couldn't get in. I think it was a lot of people. That's okay, though.
We followed on Facebook.
Yeah.
Ajaan.
Yes,
Yes. We came in early today.
good.
The early birds.
Uh-huh.
Do not catch the first swarm because of your bodies.
Any comment or any question?
I think that when you're engaging, like answering questions, I think Buddha gave 4 guidelines. Like there's 4 ways to answer questions. First one is just a categorical answer, yes or no. So sometimes you can get away. Better say yes or no, get away. Or second one is analytical. Some questions need like detailed explanation, like what you're doing right now. And the third one is counter question. Like sometimes it's a skillful way of saying, so what do you think, rather than getting engaged and getting an argument. So he says something and what do you think? So it's counter question. The last one is do not answer, be silent, because this is a question they are trying to get you into trouble, to hook you into issues, or save it for a later date. So I think it was brilliant. Just say 4 ways of, I can't think of another way.
Is this the Buddha's teaching?
Yes, Anguttara Nikaya 44
see.
or something like that, 45 something, yes.
Very, very modern, huh? It sounds like a modern teaching to me.
Yeah, no, Buddha, the Anguttara Nikaya, it comes in the two fourths of the Anguttara Nikaya. So it makes sense though, like, all right. So I mean, most of the time, I think we get in trouble try to do analytical answer, or try to get into a question which is not that person is really looking for an answer, but he's trying to show his view or his subject or something. So it's basically to keep quiet. It's difficult though.
Depends on how
Yes.
the situation
Yes,
is. I think he just said 4 ways, but it's for us to be
Yeah, be mindful.
mindful and
Yes.
choose which is the
Take
right
a step
one.
back and listen first. Mindful listening. That comes, it's also listening.
Yeah, because a lot of times people, Ajaan, don't listen. They try to tell their view. So listening mindfully, I think, is the most important.
That's also given some guidelines how to listen mindfully. So listen, give your full ear, try to remember what was told, throw out what you don't want, keep what you want, and apply it to your life, like 5 steps of going through anything when you listen. That's how you should, even sutra when you listen, like listen, try give full ear and try to remember what was told. Just what was not relevant to you, just drop it. What is relevant to you, keep it and apply to your life. That's also called Susastiti Sutra. I think it's about mindful listening. Maybe Indy was talking about.
Yes, excuse me. This is a very good advice.
Yes, Ajaan. I think that's the most important thing. Because a lot of times I see people don't listen when somebody else is telling about their problem. Because if you do listen mindfully, it's so much.
Sometimes people don't want to reply. They just want to vent out their emotion, whatever they have
she's
inside.
pointing at me.
Yeah.
Really, Ajaan, it really is sort of, in society, you see a lot of times, we all want, like, a person is always saying their problems. So you have to really listen.
I think they have done a study in emergency room. Doctors, like when patients tell the history, in the first 13 seconds, they interrupt. So they don't listen. They interrupt and they have formulate their thoughts about what the problem is. Then they asking questions rather than listening to the story. The 13 seconds, all that takes. It's interesting.
So important to listen mindfully.
The problem is people don't have time to listen.
That's true.
They're rushed. The clock. There's a clock ticking in the back of their head, but also there's a clock ticking in the back of their head with life too, right? There's a sickness, old age, sickness, and death.
Okay.
Yes,
any question? No question.
No, Ajaan. We are practicing. Honestly, like, so always I tell this, but I want to tell you today too. We are very grateful because we were practicing, we were into Dhamma, but our path got so cleared with your advice and
all the corruptions.
Yes.
I think we are trying to remove.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for everything.
Happy to hear that. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. Next, Philip from Kuala Lumpur.
Good evening, Ajaan.
Philip's been a faithful follower of this meeting.
Yeah,
you hardly missed a session, did you?
Only last week I couldn't log in because I was actually traveling. I think due to the country I was in, I think they were perhaps blocking me. I for one temporary moment I got in and then I got kicked out, and then but I managed to listen on Facebook. There was some discussion about beings in other planetary systems, and I remember that. But I mean I don't have any questions. I mean tonight, but yes, I've been listening it. I think for the last 5 years.
Yes,
Yeah.
ever since we started. Huh?
Yeah. But before that, it was actually I think some members of were sending SMS messages of your codes and things like that. Yeah, I remember receiving the first code I think in 2017, and then after the first three teachings that came through WhatsApp, I was like, this is so clear, and yeah, I mean, this teacher I have to learn from. So yeah,
Okay.
Ajaan, thank you very much. I mean, it's been a wonderful, very very I would say enlightening path for me, for you to clear up a lot of my doubts.
Okay. Good. Happy to hear that. Next, Justine from California. You had to unmute. Okay.
Hi, good evening, Ajaan.
Go
I
ahead.
actually recently moved back to Canada,
Oh, you moved back to Canada. Where? In Toronto?
Vancouver. So still
Vancouver.
the same time zone.
Mhm.
So I have a question about impermanence. So how do we go about contemplate the impermanence of the sankhara and impermanence of consciousness?
The impermanent has many meaning. Impermanent means temporary. Impermanent means change. So it depends on which aspect you want to use impermanent with. With sankhara, thinking, you can say thinking is constantly changing. You think about this, then you think about that, then you think about something else. So this is also called impermanent. Sankhara is impermanent, but it doesn't disappear. Sankhara is part of the mind, and the mind is a knowing element that's not destructible. So it's always existing, but it's constantly changing. The four namakanda are constantly changing. Vedana, feelings, they change from good to pleasant to unpleasant to neutral feelings, for instance. And sanya, memory or perception is the same. Actually, these four namakandas, they work in tandem, they work as a team, depending on what kind of sensual objects they receive by sanya, by vijnana. When you see something, you start to have feeling and perception and thinking about toward that particular image. Okay. The goal is that the goal here is to understand that you cannot control them, especially vedana or feelings, because feeling are being conditioned by what you see, what you hear. When you see something good, you have good feeling. When you see something bad, you have bad feelings. So the goal is try to learn to accept the feeling as they changes. They change from good to bad to neutral. If you can do this, then you don't have to use any, you won't be creating any dukkha in your mind. You're creating dukkha only when you want to change feeling, or when you have bad feeling, you want to change it or want to get rid of it. Like when you get sick, for instance. And when you cannot do that, then you get dukkha, you get stress in your mind. So the goal is to teach your mind to accept feeling as they come, whatever feeling, good, bad, or neutral feeling. They are temporary, they come and go. They are anatta, not under your control. They are natural phenomena.
Sometimes, the unpleasant, say, physical feelings are too strong. And initially, I can see that it's impermanent. But later, when the feeling is getting stronger and stronger, I feel like the mind is getting assailed by the feelings. Does that
It
mean that
means
I have to
you
practice
need
more?
to develop more mindfulness to deal with it. See? Recite mantra or go to meditate. And you feel, you find the physical feeling overwhelming, then meditate, get your mind to samadhi. get to equanimity, then your mind will not be hurt by the physical feeling. If you don't have mindfulness, then your cravings or your want will take over your mind. You want to get rid of this bad feeling, unpleasant feeling. And the more you want, the more stressful you become. And you cannot change or get rid of the feeling that you want to get rid of anyway. So it's better to just to use mindfulness and wisdom and accept feeling as they are anicca, anatta. If you don't want to do anything with them, then there will be no dukkha. If you want to do something, then you can get dukkha.
So what is the impermanence of Dharma? So does that mean sometimes when mindfulness is strong, sometimes it's weak? Is that also the impermanence of Dharma?
Yes, it's changing, see, strong and weak. Sometimes you have strong mindfulness, sometimes you have weak mindfulness. Sometimes you have continuous mindfulness, sometimes you have not continuous mindfulness. So mindfulness is still changing also.
And the same applies to equanimity and everything else, like say the 7 factors of enlightenment.
Yes, these are tools to bring your mind to permanent equanimity eventually, which is nibbana. Once you reach permanent equanimity, then you don't need these tools. You don't need dana, sila, bhavana, or factor of enlightenment. They are like medicine to cure your body. Once your body is cured, then you start taking the medicine.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Tanacha.
Okay. Next, Mike from New York.
Greetings, Ajaan. How are you doing today?
Fine, thank you. And you?
I'm well. Thank you for taking my call today. Today, I wanted to ask you about mudita, as well as just kind of the idea of letting go. Mudita, sympathetic joy, for me, can sometimes be one of the harder Brahma Viharas to master. Often it gets looped in with some like aversive qualities like jealousy or, like feeling inferior or something like that. And so I was curious if Tanajan had any teachings or strategies for how to kind of suffuse yourself in more mudita, and maybe even just to like let go of ideas of achievement.
Well, we have to accept that we have different abilities. We have developed in our past life different ability to do things. So if someone can succeed and you're not succeeding, then you just have to accept that they have more abilities than you do. Just accepting the truth. But it doesn't mean that you're inferior or anything like that, because we are all different because we have different ability. Someone might be good at sports, someone else might be good at music. So you cannot compare yourself to everybody. Just accept that this is the way it is. If they succeed, then you just say you should congratulate them, feel happy for them. Think of them as being you. If you succeed and someone congratulate you, you would feel good, right? Makes you feel good. And the one who congratulate also feel good if you do it genuinely. If you feel good, yeah, if anybody can be happy, why be envious of that? Yeah, let them. We all want to be happy, right? even our enemies, our competitors. Like in an election, there's gonna be a winner and there's gonna be a loser, right? But the loser must be have mudita, be able to accept the winning of your competitor and congratulate your competitor. Then you feel good, both yourself and the winner. The loser can also feel good by accepting the fact that someone has to win and someone has to lose. There's no need to get angry or show envy or anything like that because they only hurt yourself. See? This is to prevent our mind from hurting ourselves with envy or with jealousy or with feeling of inferiority, like you just mentioned. We have to look at we are anicca in comparison. We are not all the same. Sometimes we use the finger as a comparison. You don't have all the 5 fingers in the same size and shape, do you? Okay, that's how people are in this world. You don't have all them all have the same abilities. So some will succeed and some will fail. So if they fail, then you should feel compassionate for them, or if you cannot help them, then you have to use equanimity and accept that we are different according to our karma. Eventually, we come down to the law of karma. We are different because of our karma. We did different things in the past, so we are reaping the different rewards of our karma. Okay.
For that was all makes so much sense to me. And for something like letting go, like let's say like a dream deferred or something like that, to let go of it, would you suggest just practicing equanimity and mindfulness in the face of emotions like that?
Mm-hmm. Good. Okay. If you cannot congratulate, then you use equanimity. Don't try to react with anger or with envy or displeasure. Just accepting the fact and move on. Okay.
Okay. Thank you for
Anything
Ajaan.
else? That's all the
That's it for
question you
today.
have. Okay. Next up, Palachita. I thought you left us. Haven't seen you a while.
Oh, I wouldn't. I was late one day and then I had a big project which I had to finish, so I listened
Okay.
online instead. Yes.
Okay, no problem. Just
No, I miss coming here, so I made an effort to be very early. Yes.
so anything you want to say or ask?
Uh, Actually, while listening, I wanted to thank Nining because she mentioned that your Thai videos you can put on the
Translate.
subtitle. Yes.
Yeah.
So then I started doing that because previously I used to just listen to your videos and meditate, and I find it very centering. So, but now I realize, oh, I can also understand
Learn.
it.
Yeah,
Yes.
you can have wisdom from listening to Dhamma talk if you
Yes.
understand.
So that was a very good note. So I started doing that. And otherwise, yes, life is life. I am doing what needs to be done, and that's it.
Okay, good. Just keep on practicing mindfulness and wisdom.
Yes, that's right. So
This is the most important tools. Wisdom is the 3 characteristics. Try to see everything as having the 3 characteristics as part of their nature. And use
yes.
mindfulness to stop your mind from reacting, to keep it in equanimity. Okay.
Yes.
All
Thank
right.
you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you.
Next call from California.
Hi, Ajaan. How are you?
Good, thank you.
I had a question. It's summer now, and I find that in the heat, my I become dull-minded more easily, and sloth and torpor come up more easily. I was wondering if there's any advice you can give on that.
And what's the reason for your slot and torpor? You blame on what?
The heat,
The heat.
yes.
Well, the problem is eating too much. I think that's not the heat.
Mm,
Try to reduce your food consumption. Try to eat once a day, for instance. This can help you with dealing with your slot and torpor.
if it is, um, if it's both due to the weather, since it's getting hotter in California. Um,
You can be inside an air-conditioned room and still feel sleepy.
mm,
Even more sleepier because it's more comfortable. The more comfortable the body is, then the more it wants to sleep or to relax, you know. The less mindfulness you will have. That's why we have to put the body under more of a stressful situation, like the heat, for instance. This should make you more alert. But if you're still eating a lot, then this food consumption is the main problem, I think, that you have to deal with, not the weather.
mm, mm. Okay, I will try. I'll try. It's true on because right now I try to keep 8 precepts on two days, and those days I don't have that problem, so that makes
Okay,
sense.
all right.
Yeah. Okay. Thank
Good.
you.
You're welcome. Next, Kate Yenso from Penang.
Ajaan, good evening. Ajaan, may I know when your Vasa for Theravada will kick off? Yeah.
I don't know the exact date, but I think it's about 3 weeks from now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 3 weeks from
It's
now.
also 3 months, right?
Yes, 3 months.
Okay, thank you.
It starts on the full moon of the 8th month, 8th lunar month. Right now we are in the 7th month, almost in the end of the 7th month of the lunar calendar. So it's about 3 weeks.
All right, yeah. Thank you, Tanaja. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Next, Marco from Holland. Hi, Mark.
Hi, Ajaan. How are you?
Good. What happened to your son and wife? They didn't join the room last time.
Life.
Life. Anicca.
Lay life. ID Chang. Yeah. So let's just say that the moments it's been so my son is in his last grade of elementary school, and there's a lot of things happening there. And as he's getting older, there's more, let's say, interesting conflicts at home, situations like that. So that sometimes leads to not being able to join. And I've been telling him, it's like I'm kind of jealous, as when I was his age, I didn't have the opportunity to speak to an Ajahn. I would have loved it, but then again, if I would have been then that age, I probably wouldn't either. So let's see what their main reason is. And for me as well, I mean, it's last week I wasn't able to join either because of work, and I do miss it. But yeah, I told them to join. So like having the opportunity to ask questions about meditation. So like we try to enforce him to do so every day because we know it's good. But at the same time, he has to have his own. I don't know how you call it. It's like motivation. I've motivation for myself to meditate because I feel that it works and it's good for me. but I think he's doing it because it's being told to him that it's good and it works for him, as opposed to experiencing that it's good for him. So it's more difficult when you're in the age when you start to explore how the interaction are with the kids that are focused on way different things than your parents are focusing on. So we have a lot of conflict at home, but they're important conflicts in our opinion, because they're more about what life is really about, as opposed to just going with the stream, putting it like that. So I think that's a very long answer to say, like, that's the reason why they're not joining.
I understand, don't worry.
I'm sure. So, and other than that, yeah, I don't really have any questions. I just want to pay my respect and be grateful to always being here, because I have a feeling that my practice is going well. Last time that I was around, you rightfully mentioned about the emotion, and I think I understand the emotion better now, or what's happening at least. And I also understand better how to deal with it by not dealing with it. So, and what I mean to say with that is by not holding on to it. So I'm seeing now it's an emotion, and by observing that it's an emotion, you automatically kind of detach already. It takes the fire out of it, and that takes more effort, but I think it's the right way to do so. So I've been, yeah, I feel quite peaceful. But I also have to admit, I know that I'm gonna go on holiday within a month or something, and that gives a good feeling as well. So we're going to Thailand actually, and one of the ideas is actually also to visit you. So
Okay.
I need Chung. We don't know how it goes, but
Yeah. So I might see you in person pretty soon, huh?
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good. All right. No question for you tonight.
No, no, Ajaan,
Okay.
no.
All right, and then I'll move on. Next to
Okay.
Gary from Singapore.
Good evening, Ajaan. I'm just listening.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Next, Alvin from Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur.
Good evening, Ajaan. Just to pay respect. Listening, no question. Thanks.
Okay, Steph from Oregon.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
I think Justine helped formulate what I wanted to say. I have a trip coming up, and I have been very anxious about it. And now I'm realizing that I'm not anxious. It's just there's a lot of feelings that I don't need to attach to them. Like it's just I don't know. So I'm trying to not be overcome by anxiety about taking a big trip, basically. That's what's going.
Not reacting to
Yes,
the,
yes. I'm trying to not react to the anxiety.
just flow with it. Just go with it.
That's what I'm trying. Okay, yes, that's what I needed to hear.
Good or bad, you have to take it. You have no
Yeah.
choice.
I have to go. Yes.
Yeah. Whether you like it or not.
Yes, yes, and I just have to do it, and that's but I did fall asleep last night meditating, so at least there's that. I don't know. I'm grateful that there's tools, I guess. Patient endurance.
Meditation and mindfulness can help calm your mind down.
Yeah.
And use wisdom, anicca, anatta, nothing under your control.
I need some more wisdom, Ajaan. Okay, I guess that's it. Thank you.
Okay, fine. I'll go on to the next person. Hi, all outsourcing from Malaysia, from Penang also.
Good evening, Ajaan.
Any question?
I've started trying to do 2 days a week of 6 hours.
Sitting.
Same spot meditation.
Same spot meditation.
Yes.
How did you find that? Good? Help curb your wanting a lot, huh?
Yes. But there's an issue bothering me that shouldn't be bothering me, but it's bothering me. Can I ask you for advice?
About what?
My husband and I, we go to the park for Qigong every day for many years. But beginning of this year, there is a very old lady. She started started to tell everybody that my husband said, so long time no see, I thought you died already. But my husband didn't say that. Then she tell everybody, then she called him a mad dog. Then she said when my husband greets other people, good morning, she will say, the mad dog is barking. Then she said she hated him so much. And last week she said that if she dies, she will bring him along. So my friend suggested I do forgiveness. So in front of the Buddha image, on his behalf, I asked for forgiveness in case in the past life he had wrong or do anything wrong or this life by mind, body, or speech. Ask for her forgiveness. Is there any advice, Ajahn?
Yes, if you want to use wisdom, just treat what she say like the sound of the wind blowing. Can you control the sound of the wind that you hear, that you listen to? Okay, just let it be, and you don't need to do anything. You know, it's anatta. It's not under your control. Whatever she wants to say. You know. So let her say, and that's it, and forget about what she said. You don't need to do anything. Or you might want to show in your mind, at least you might feel sympathetic toward her plight, that she's not happy.
That's what I was thinking.
And this is how she vent her anger or vent her displeasure. That's all. Let she do whatever she wants to do.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your
You're
advice.
welcome. Next Coxing from Singapore.
Good evening, Ajaan. Yes, just a reflection, and that is, I find that now coming into the Zoom meeting is something that I cannot take for granted, and because last week I was in a meeting for about 12 minutes and I was kicked out, and now I have to treasure every time when I have the opportunity to come to the Zoom meeting, and therefore I will treasure every moment that I am in the Zoom meeting in the presence of Ajaan, and thank you, Ajaan, for being available for us to ask questions. Yeah. Then Ajaan, may I just ask about during the Buddha's actually lay out the rules for monks. They are not allowed to till the soil for planting, and why this question comes to my mind is that I was thinking of planting a lime plant at my balcony there, and I was thinking at the back of my mind, why does the Buddha forbid monks to do any planting?
Because when you plant, you have to dig into the ground, and sometimes you might dig into a worm or something, kill the worm, because you cannot see it underground.
Okay. Then this is okay. Then if that is the case, then if it applies to me, then I should not be thinking of planting something which I may break the first precepts in that case.
Well, just to be safe, if you don't want to hurt the worms, then you don't plant. Or if you want to plant, put it you plant in a pot or something instead, not into the ground, unless you're sure that the ground that you're digging has no living creatures.
No, I'm planting it. I'm staying in an apartment, so I can only plant on the pot, not on the ground itself.
Yes. Nowadays they use water instead, hydro something they call planting. No need to use the soil.
Mm, mm, yeah. Okay. So that is yeah, I will think about whether to proceed, whether to give up that idea or yeah, or otherwise. Yeah, Prajan, another thing about my reciting of Puto Puto. So every Monday when I walk to offer the dana, I do notice that in that 1 hour walk, and especially on a straight path, notice that in between some stray thoughts still comes in. And even though I'm reciting Buddha Buddha, but I'm mindful that how come got the stray thoughts still come in? And so Prajan, any advice on yeah.
Because your mindfulness is not strong enough yet. So so the thought can still sneak inside. What you should do is just forget about it, ignore it, and just keep focusing on your Bhutto Bhutto.
Okay. Then okay, there's one more thing, Prajan, something that is very mundane and worldly, and that is recently I have some stock and shares which I've kept for more than 15 years. And recently the stock market has been rallying. So I was looking at it and I was thinking of selling some of the shares, but if I sell the shares, I'll be incurring losses because most of the shares that I kept for more than 10 years, I actually incur a paper loss. But once I sold them, this paper loss will become the actual loss. So I was in the two mind whether to hold it until the share prices is better or just to let it go. Yeah. So pardon me for asking such worthy questions.
It depends on what you want. If you want cash, then you have to sell your stock. If you don't need any cash, then you can still keep the stock. But in the end, you're gonna lose either cash or stock anyway, because when you die, you don't take anything with you.
Right. And sometimes I was thinking, why bother about all these things? Just
because you forget about thinking about death. See, you think about death in long enough, then you won't worry about these things.
Yes. Yeah. Rajan, yeah, right. Yes.
So contemplate on death every day every day when you get up, I'm subjected to aging, sickness, and death, and separation. Yeah, just to remind you of the truth. Then your worry and anxiety will be less.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Prajan.
Okay, you're welcome. Rohini, hi. Rohini from the UK. Are you starting on your trip yet?
Yeah, I'm flying out on Monday.
Monday,
And,
okay.
yeah, so I'll be on Thailand. Flying out on Monday, I'll be there on Tuesday.
How long you
So
plan to stay in Thailand?
1 week.
1 week, okay.
Yeah. So originally it was 2 weeks, but I had to, as I told you last time, my sister passed away, and the funeral is on Saturday, the
I
coming
see.
Saturday, and then actually my flight was meant to be today, 17th.
Yes, you have to
So
postpone it.
yeah, I had to cancel it and rebooked for Monday. So the funeral is on Saturday.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to see Ajaan in person and for Dana. So Tuesday probably hoping to see Ajaan in the morning, Wednesday morning. That is Monday leaving and arrive in Thailand on Tuesday around I think 11:30 AM I think. So I will be able to offer dana following day, Monday. Sorry, Wednesday morning.
Are you going to other countries as well, or just here and back?
Sorry.
Are you planning to go to other countries also?
Oh no. No, I don't go anywhere else. I am just coming to pay my respect to Ajaan, and
Okay.
I just wanted to because Ajaan's teaching actually changed my entire life, and it's a great help, and now helped me to actually understand the teaching of the Buddha. So it is a really immense. I don't know. I have no words to describe um, the
Yes,
how it
I understand
how
because
Ajahn felt.
it changed my life also.
So it's really so. I just wanted to pay my respect to Ajahn, and I felt like it's like if I don't see and pay respect, it's like living. I just feel like I'm living in Buddha's time and not seeing the Buddha like that.
Well, you're seeing me right now.
No, I just wanted to pay
Not good enough, huh? You have to
in
see me in
person,
the flesh.
and also to offer dana. And
Okay.
so that's why I'm
So,
coming. I'm not going to go anywhere else, and I'm coming back.
okay.
My return flight, and then I'm only staying in the temple for 2 days and 2 nights, and then from 26, 27, 28, 3 nights in Vatya. I'm coming to Ajaan's monastery to stay.
Okay.
I have already booked
Yes.
for 3.
Good. Okay.
And yeah, that's the plan. So that's what
Okay.
next.
I'll see you then. Okay.
Yeah. So the last couple of, I was really doing. I think I was doing much better because since my sister passed away, I had to interact with people. So my mind is a little bit not, it is not calm like the way it was a couple of weeks ago. So I need to get back to the routine, and once the funeral is over, and so I had to get back to my the routine of meditation. So last couple of weeks is not really good, mm, my practice. Yeah. Can I ask something? Enlightened mind also has 4 namakandhas,
Yes,
but no greed, hatred, or delusion.
that's right.
But the enlightened mind also can create sankhara. Am I right?
Yes, it's
Or
still use sankhara, but use in a positive way, like thinking about Dhamma. The Buddha gave Dhamma talk, he used his sankhara to think about Dhamma,
uh,
not to think about the kilesa, the defilement.
but still have all 4 namakandhas.
Yes, still the
Vedana.
same. They're not under the influence of the defilement anymore. They're under the influence of the Dhamma, the truth. So every word of the Buddha's teaching is true, see. No
Yeah.
delusion involved in the teaching of the Buddha. Every word of the Buddha say are truthful, are true.
Okay, Ajahn. So thank you very much. Thank you. I will looking forward to see you
See the
next.
the four nama khandha and the rupa khandha, the body, the five khandha. It's just a tool, right? For an enlightened person, they are tools of the defilement. The defilement uses five khandha to go after sensual pleasure and suffering. See? But with enlightened people like the Buddha and the Arahant, they use the five khandha for the purpose of teaching Dhamma to the world.
Yeah.
It's still the same car that you drive, but instead of driving the car to a bar and you drive the car to the hospital or to a restaurant instead. Instead of going drinking and get yourself drunk, you go to the restaurant and get food. It's just that the purpose had changed.
Yeah, okay. So
The Buddha and the Arahant don't use the five khandhas for sensual pleasure, for any kind of pleasure that found on earth. They use the five khandhas for the propagation of their teaching. Okay.
yeah. Okay, thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Next, Fiona, Charlotte. Which is your first name, Charlotte or Fiona?
Fiona,
Fiona, okay.
I want to ask, in this life, some people are able to meditate smoothly because their circumstances are supportive. How can we create the right conditions for this life or in the future life to be able to meditate calmly? What kind of good karma should we cultivate?
Try to go to practice in the monastery. That's the best way to create the good conditions for your mind. Try to take as much time as you can. Whenever you have free time, try to go spend your time living in the monastery. Practice monastery, meditation monastery. Not the ritual monastery. You don't go to do rituals in the monastery. You go to meditate. So the more you do it, then the more it will become part of your habit. So in your future life, when you're born, you will keep seeking for monastic condition, monastic places to go to meditate. Okay, so you have to develop a new type of habit. Try to enjoy or delight in seclusion. That's the goal. If you delight in seclusion, delight in being alone, then you will then be able to advance in your practice that way. If you still cling to your sensual pleasure, clinging to people, then you will not have the time to go meditate. But it's not easy because people tend to be more attached to sensual pleasure, attached to people, than to be alone. Because when you're alone, you feel lonely, right? But if you have strong enough mindfulness and meditation, you can overcome the loneliness when you're alone. So when you go meditate, you must be very diligent in developing, maintaining mindfulness and meditation to prevent your mind from feeling lonely. Okay.
Yes, Ajahn. Thank you.
You're from Surabaya, right? Okay.
Thank you, Ajahn.
You're welcome. Next, Lynn from Indonesia, from Jakarta. Your mom left. Are you still in Australia? I forgot.
Yes. Good evening, Tanja. Yes, I'm still in Australia.
With your parent?
Yes. And I just want to ask, how do we use sleepiness as the object of meditation?
You can. You go to sleep. When you feel sleepy, it means you don't have enough mindfulness. See? Once there's not enough mindfulness, you cannot meditate. So sleepiness is not an object of meditation, not listed in the 40 objects of meditation.
Okay. But I've heard that some monastics, they try to reduce the amount of time for them to sleep and then to stay alert. Is that a kind of way to be more mindful?
Well, if you lay down and you're sitting down, if you feel sleepy, you will sleep not long when you sit in sitting position. But if you lay down and sleep, you can sleep for a longer period of time. So for meditators who want to sleep as little as possible, they use they take the tree posture as the mode of practice. Standing, sitting, or walking, and not lying down. But they can only do this for a few days, not all the time.
So in that
it's like fasting. It's just something to help stimulate your practice. That's all. When you feel lazy, sometimes then you might want to take this tree posture practice to prevent you from being lazy. Because when you're lazy, you usually want to go to sleep. But if you're not allowed to lay down and sleep, then you won't be able to sleep for long in a sitting position.
So if we are not able to sleep for long, does it mean that we are lack of sleep and it will lead to tiredness and it will also lead to a lack of mindfulness in the end?
I think the goal is to sleep as little as possible. So not using the lying down position can prevent you from sleeping too much. But you still have to sleep because this is the need of the body. But you want to minimize it as much as possible, so you can maximize your time of practice.
Okay. The reason I ask is because of the time difference. It's a bit late actually by now in here. It's almost 12 o'clock, so it's a little bit hard for me to focus on the session. So, but I want to try to avoid that. That's why I'll ask Ajahn if there is any strategy or ways to stay alert.
Well, you just have to sleep earlier before the session and then wake up, and you have to find the right time to sleep and wake up at the right time for the session.
Okay, or I could try to meditate first before this session then.
Okay.
Okay, that's all the
Okay.
question that I've got. Thank you very much, Ajahn. Hope you're well and healthy. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Next, Belinda from Singapore.
Namaskar, Ajahn.
Yes, what can I do for you?
I'm listening and no questions.
Okay, good.
I have a lot of things in mind, but I do not know like what to say, so I just let it be. Don't know. I don't know.
Okay, no problem. When you feel you have something to say later on, you can raise your hand.
Thank you, Tanya.
Okay. Next, Yi Kun, also from Singapore. Hi, Yi Kun, can you hear me?
Hello, Ajahn.
Yes. What can I do for you?
Hello, Ajahn. Sorry. I haven't been here for a while, so just coming back to pay respects. I haven't been here for quite a few months because I changed my job and I cannot join. I need to sleep early, so didn't manage to join for quite a while. But happy to be back. Just listening in. Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay, you're welcome. Next, Nining from Indonesia.
Yeah, Ajahn, I stick to my 10 years project and hopefully I win the prize.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Tomorrow I will join Ajahn do meditation in the Dhamma talk.
I see. And you still use the Google Translate to
Yes, of
translate the
course.
talk.
Last Saturday and last Sunday, Ajahn talk about, in the last Saturday, Ajahn talk about when mind is like the body. If body is vaccinated, so like the mind will be well protected like that. And then on Sunday, Ajahn talk about the benefit of listening to the Dhamma talk and also the 40 Kamatana.
Yes.
Yeah, after the
Okay.
Dhamma talk, I googling and I want to know what is the 40. So I have to read it.
Did you find it in the Google?
Yeah, yes, I find it. And the for benefit of listening the Dhamma talk, it's
Also,
yeah interesting because the last is to make us to make the mind peace.
peaceful and calm.
Yeah, peaceful and calm. And that's what I did because every day I listening to the Dhamma talk, only the Dhamma talk from Ajaan.
Yeah, but
And
they're not as deep and calm as from meditation. If you meditate, the mind can go deeper into calm and peace.
yes,
But listening to Dhamma talk can at least prevent your mind from being restless or agitated.
yes, and listening to the Dhamma talk for me, also like thinking because after doing the sitting meditation, I become so energized, and then after that, listening to the Dhamma talk, and then I start thinking. I start to take the knowledge, the wisdom from the Dhamma talk to support my practice.
Yes, listening to Dhamma talk can help you to inspire your practice to practice more. You feel you have more energy because your mind is thinking in the right direction. Because you
Yes.
listen to the talk, the wisdom of the Buddha's teaching, then this can help stimulate your mind to think in the same way.
Yes, and few days ago, my friend told me that I want to be like you in my next life. I want to be love meditation and also have the ability to meditation. And then I replied that you should joining more retreat meditation to practice the mindfulness. I suddenly reflect reply to her like that, like Achan reply to Fiona. Actually, at the time, why I reply that like to her, but that's what I learned from Achan. Is it correct, Achan?
That's right, that's the truth. You have to do it now, not just wanting. But wanting doesn't get you what you want. It's doing this that will get what you want, right?
Yeah, that's why.
If you start meditating now, then you form a new habit. You will have this meditation habit with your mind. So next life when you are born, you'll be born doing meditation. See?
Yes, Achan, and the 5 hindrance, I've already passed the 5 hindrance, and also I'm not sleepy because every time I want to sleep, I remember that this is that I pay respect to Buddha. This is the way I respect to Buddha. That I do the pati pati puja. So no way I won't be sleepy, and then I can coexisting with the pain.
Good.
So yeah, that's why hopefully I can have the good samadhi atan because in my practice sitting meditation here now it takes about 4 hours atan to enter the good samadhi.
Okay.
So what Achan suggests that should I make I mean every time I practice just 2 hours and what let's see what I can do in the 2 hours practice or just let my mind do the meditation until finish.
Well, the goal is to do as much as possible. So the longer you do it, the better will be your practice, will be good for your practice.
Mm.
But sometimes sitting long doesn't mean you have a good quality from sitting if you're not mindful. Sometimes sitting 1 hour might be have more quality if you have mindfulness and calm. See? So sometimes not just to to use the hour to judge your how well you do with your practice. You should judge by how well you practice is how good is your mindfulness and how good is the result from your meditation, how calm your mind becomes.
Okay, I know that. I know that.
Sometimes it's the quality, it's not the quantity, okay? Quantity is the amount of time you spend meditating. You want the quality. Sometimes you might just sit for half an hour, but it's very peaceful and calm, as compared to sitting for 4 hours and still feel restless and agitated.
Yes, because with my last experience when meditation, I engage with the picture and everything, the light and everything. So this time I'm more strict with my practice, that only focus on one object at a time, and also to merely know, not to judge or to react to everything that come in front of me, like that, Ajahn.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, Ajahn. Thank you, Ajahn. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Okay. Next, Sui Check from Vancouver.
Greetings, Tanajan.
Greetings, Ajaan. Hi.
Ajahn.
You're
Thank
last
you.
to come in today.
Yes. we got in, yes.
Did you have to wait long?
uh, 2 hours, I think. About
You start to come in when we started, but you're not allowed to enter the room.
half an hour earlier.
Half an hour earlier, and you still could not get into the room right away. Maybe
No,
because you're an
no
old timer.
expectation.
Maybe because they think you're an old timer. So
Old timer.
allow for the newcomer to have a chance to come in first.
Old dog, Ajahn. You can't teach the
Old dog, new tricks. Yeah.
teach old dog new. No. So, we don't get to come in. No, I'm just joking. No expectation. Just really appreciating like when we can come in. Thank
Okay.
you.
Any comment or any question?
Um. Well, yeah. Thank you for suggesting last week that to begin and end our day with meditation. I think it's something really like uh, very important. Like just uh, I before I think I didn't want to commit because sometimes I feel that I'm too busy. But then I tell myself that no matter how busy can I can have like no matter how busy, like I can have at least I think 10 breaths, right, of meditation. So I want to, no matter how busy, I want to begin and end my day with meditation, and then it ends up that it's more it ends up that it's going to be like more than 10 breaths, but I don't want to um, say yes to you and then not keep the words. I don't want to lose the Suchart, right? So
Yeah, it's good. It's good to meditate, to start the day and end your day with meditation. But I also forget to mention that after your meditation, you should also contemplate on the nature of your body, also as a reminder that having been born, I'm subjected to aging, sickness, and death and separation. And I'm subjected to the law of karma. Whatever I do today, I will have to reap the benefit tomorrow.
You didn't forget. Actually, you suggested that I think about this every day. And that was the week before, and then the week after you said to begin and end your day with meditation. So we do both now. So it's with meditation, and then if whenever I remember, I'll think about these five truths.
Five truths, yeah. And also remember to show my loving kindness, compassion, and mudita, and sympathetic joy whenever there's a need for you to, when you engage with people. I should be loving and kind. I should be compassionate. I should be sympathetic to other people's plight.
Yeah, I think um uh um I'm not sure if it's true, but I think I do a lot for people, and then sometimes I forget about myself, and that's why like last week was so important that when you say begin and end your day with meditation, then I said yes, I have to do that because that's something good for myself because I've always been doing a lot of things for people. Like I try to do a lot of things for people, and then sometimes I forget. Then I think it's so important that I start and end my day. At least that's the bare minimum that I have to do for myself to do a meditation for myself in begin and end my day. At least that's the bare minimum.
That's good. Yeah. Because meditation also can give you more equanimity, so you can endure the situation during the daytime and deal with all types of situation if you have equanimity
Yeah.
and
That's
wisdom to know that life is temporary. So why get too serious about it?
yeah. It's very, very helpful. Like
Yeah.
so many participants were saying how you change our lives. So yeah, it's very, very, very much so.
It's the Buddha's teaching, not me. I'm just a mailman. I'm just a
Delivery man.
But
delivery man. Yeah.
but it's so important. Like yeah.
I'm the messenger. I bring the Buddha's messages to you.
This also very, very important because without the messenger, I wouldn't hear the message through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't forget to tip me.
Next time when we go there, we'll tip you.
Okay.
Hamburger.
Yeah, hamburger. Yeah.
I also enjoyed the discussion with Dr. Pia about like how
How
he
to
was
respond to people's question.
true, like four ways that Buddha taught us to respond to question. Like the first is yes and no, and then the second is like what you always do to us for us, like analytical and information. And then I think it was with a question. I think answer back with a question. You can
Yeah.
ask a question and then silence.
Silent.
The
Yeah.
person. Yeah.
Equanimity in the end. Just use equanimity.
Yeah, it's really so practical.
Mm.
And I guess it really helps that will keep our mindfulness when we answer question, I think.
Mm.
Yeah.
The problem is to apply it in real life, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Especially small talk, like if people here like small talks, right? Like so you try not too much small talk because it's it's nonsense, right? It's not a lot.
So you use the fourth option, silence.
Yeah, you try yeah, not too much silence too, because then people think you're so rude.
Oh, just nod your head then, just nod your head.
Yes, right, yeah.
Okay, anything else, Sui?
For me, thank you, Ajaan, for your teaching. Still working on my Satipatthana. We are doing more meditation now. Yeah, but I totally agree that the quality is better than quantity because before that, before we know you, I did meditate, but like I could sit for 3 hours. But at that time, I was using my will instead of like mindfulness.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
your mind doesn't reach the depth of the calm that you should have.
yeah. Then give me a false sense that I can sit for 3 hours, Yeah, but now I'm trying to establish mindfulness, try whatever way or time that trying to establish like mindfulness and keep thinking about, I mean, the sutta. So sometimes it sounds funny, but when you read it and sometimes when you practice is a bit different. So I always thought about vitaka and vichara, but I never use vichara. I never feel like the breath is long or short, but now I'm more aware of the breath, right? Is that correct way?
Yes, right. When you're just merely aware that there's breathing, this is vitaka. When you know that it's short or long, or when it comes in and when it goes out, then this is vichara.
Yeah, I never really use like, vichara that much. So now I'm more aware of the breath, I'll say.
Yeah. When you're aware of the breath, that is vitaka. When you're aware that it's long or short, then this is vichara. When you differentiate, then it's vichara. When you just merely know the breath, then this is vitaka.
Yeah.
But
And
they go both together really. When you meditate, these two usually go together.
and also Ajaan, like sometimes if I'm too focused, like I feel like it's kind of like my body is kind of like drop or fell. Is that because too focused like at that moment? So I have to go back.
Don't worry about whatever happened. Just continue to be mindful. Just know, accepting that it happened and then move on. Don't worry about anything. You should be only concerned with your mindfulness of your meditation object. Don't be distracted by any other thing that might happen during your meditation.
Okay.
They are all
Yeah.
distraction. Cause your mind to be worrying or thinking about this and that, then this will stop you from advancing to samadhi. So just ignore everything when you meditate. Just watch your meditation object only. Stick to your meditation object only. If you're distracted, once you know that you have become distracted, then come back to your meditation object. Anytime when you're not with your meditation object, it means you're distracted.
Oh.
And if you're distracted, then you won't get to samadhi, to full concentration.
Okay. Yeah, and
Okay.
also establish like mindfulness in the beginning. Like I try to recite like a short
Short phrases, short phrase,
yeah, I think it
or
helps a lot
verse. Yeah. Or
because
you can recite the first part of the foundation of mindfulness, the contemplation of the body, for instance.
yeah, or like Namo
This-
Tassa. I try to rephrase this like for a long
Yeah.
time to establish
Yeah.
my mindfulness. Then before I go into a meditation, it helps a lot. Because you taught
Yes.
us, yeah,
You stop your mind from thinking about whatever you did before. See.
yeah, yeah. Then I go into like the breath or the Buddha.
Good.
That helps. Yeah.
You're
Thank you, Tan.
learning. You're learning.
Still have Satipatthana.
Not an old dog after all.
Yeah, we did listen.
Old dog, but learning dog.
Yeah,
All
thank you,
right.
Tanya, for teaching. Thank you so much.
Okay. Next we'll go to Kunjup now. Hi, Kunjup. Any question?
กราบนมัสการท่านอาจารย์ค่ะ We have 6 questions. The first question is from, they're all from Facebook this evening. The first question is from Jason Morris. In saying we are part of physical and spiritual, and if so, can the spiritual side be the devil or evil that we fight against like the kilesas?
Yeah, it's only in the spiritual side that we have evil or good, not in the body. The physical, the body is just a material. It doesn't know good or bad, right or wrong. It's the mind, the spiritual part of us that knows good or bad, right or wrong, or doesn't know good or bad, right or wrong. So if we don't know good from bad, right or wrong, then we have to learn from the Buddha to know which is good or bad, right or wrong, and then try to do the good thing, the right thing. Because doing good and doing the right thing can bring us bring us happiness. If doing the wrong thing, not the bad thing, it will bring you suffering. See, so it's in the spiritual part, not in the physical part.
The second question from Jason Morris is also, I believe when we die, we could enter the 3 different realms. If someone enters the hell realm until they're reborn and have served their bad deeds, why do we see babies born with disabilities if they've already been punished?
Well, there's still some remaining of the effect of the bad karma or good karma that will come with our new birth. See, people with bad karma, when with their new birth, they might have defective body, or the body might not be fully developed in some form, maybe be handicapped or something like that, or have some health issue, not live long, for instance. This can be contributed to the effect of the bad karma. But it doesn't mean that this is the only effect, this is the only thing that affect the birth. There are other conditions also that we might not know or know. Maybe it's from your parents, you know. You might your parent have a certain type of disease, it might be passed on to your body also. This doesn't mean it comes from your bad karma. So there are other contributing factors that cause our birth to be good or bad. But the bad karma also has effect. One is one of the factors.
The next question is from Tanik. When we are in one pointedness and first jhana, do we still have any stray thoughts?
I don't want to worry to worry about whether you're in first jhana or second jhana, because it doesn't say when you meditate. So the goal is just to keep focusing and to become totally still eventually. If you're still thinking, it means you haven't yet reached the fourth jhana. The goal is to reach the fourth jhana when all thinking stops and the mind becomes peaceful and calm and happy and have equanimity.
The next 3 questions are from Olivia Chia. Hi, Tanajan. I hope you're well. Question 1. Does the process of meditation generate any karma as a person sits quietly trying to meditate their mind and has no action?
No, it doesn't generate any bad karma or good karma. Actually, you can call this meditation a good karma also, because it generates happiness for the mind.
The second question is trying to avoid generating new karma by restraining body, speech, and mind, a right direction of practice.
It's part of the practice, because uh, if we don't do bad karma, then we won't have any bad result affecting us. So it will be easier for us to develop in meditation. That's why we have to keep the precepts when we meditate. We have to avoid creating bad karma.
The next question. I heard that people would share merit with other people after practicing meditation or keeping the 8 precepts. May I ask, what is sharing merit about? What is the purpose of doing this?
Well, see, the merit, sharing of merit is usually applied to someone who has departed from this world, to a spirit, to a spiritual being. because a spiritual being cannot create their own, they cannot make their own merit. So they have to rely on the living to make the merit and send it to them. But with living beings, we don't have to share because we have to do it ourselves. See? I cannot share the merit I have with you. I meditate and I say I can share with the merit from meditation with you. I cannot do that. You have to do it yourself. But with the departed, you might share a fraction of your merit to the departed.
The next two questions are from Pauline Soon. How does the Buddha's teaching about the body is not me help in our meditation?
Well, the goal is to get rid of stress or anxiety or fear or suffering in the mind that is being caused by our attachment to the body. Because when we attach to the body, we want to cling to it. We want it to last forever. But the nature of the body is temporary. It doesn't last forever. So when the body start to become old, get sick or die, then this can cause us stress or anxiety or suffering because we want the body to last forever, not to get old, get sick or die. If we're not attached to the body, by seeing that the body is not us, then we don't care about what happens to the body. Whether the body will get old, get sick or die will not bother us. Then we are not creating any suffering for us. So that's the goal of letting go of the body by seeing the body not being ourselves.
The next question. Ajahn, in the process of meditation, I notice many teachers teach the mind just aware, just watching, just knowing the breath in and out. What technique is correct? Can Ajahn please explain correctly?
Well, you have to understand there are two types of meditation, one for calm and one for wisdom. For most beginners, we have to start with the meditation for calm by concentrating or focusing on one meditation object and in order to stop the mind from thinking. See, so when you're meditating for calm, you don't want to think at all. You want to stop thinking, just to be merely aware of your meditation object. But once you have developed the first level of meditation, you have equanimity from calm, then you want to move up to the next level we call meditation for wisdom. By contemplating, by studying the nature of the body, for instance, by studying the nature of the three characteristics, that everything is impermanent, everything is in a state of change, and everything doesn't last forever. Everything has no self. They are just natural phenomena. If we cling to this and claim it to be ourselves, then we can get suffering from our attachment. So this is the next level to teach the mind to see everything as being a natural phenomena, and don't try to cling or control them, because when you try to cling or try to control them, you can get suffering because you cannot not do it all the time, like your body.
And the last question is from Sulan. Dear Ajahn, thank you for spending time with us. I have a friend who became a parent, and as a new mom, she is uptight on how the helper takes care of the baby and gets upset easily. What advice could you give her? Satu.
Well, you have to find out the reason why she get upset in the first place. I say, why does she get upset? And then she has to get rid of the cause of her upset. I cannot give you any more specific detail. You have to first know what is the cause of your upset. You want the babysitter to look after your baby well, and maybe she's not doing the job, so you can get upset. But you have to accept that you cannot control your babysitter all the time. So if you don't want to get upset, then you have to accept that sometimes she might not be able to do what you expect her to do. So you have to lower your expectation. and accepting as they are, as they come. Okay.
That is all, Ka.
We have a few more minutes left, actually. So anybody would like to ask or contribute anything, you are welcome to by pushing the raising your hand button, and we'll let you speak. I think Diana is looking for the button, the icon. Did you see the icon to raise your hand with? Anyway, it doesn't matter. You can speak. Go ahead.
Yes, Ajaan Suchart, in the classes that are held at the monastery where we attend, they teach all those four meditations, and I noticed that the first thing that they teach is this speaking, which is like a chant, and I understand it's for mindfulness. It's in English, and it's kind of just like five things. It's like, may I be free from anger, may I be free from ill will, may I be free from jealousy, may I be free from mental suffering, may I be free from physical suffering, may I live in peace, may I live in harmony. And then they spread it to like other places. And I understand it's a Metta Sutta. And when I joined the practice, I experienced the mindfulness, different kind of mindfulness. So is this like they're doing this for mindfulness, right?
That's right. It's a method of meditation, using the reciting of the Metta Sutta as the meditation object. Sometimes your mind is still distracted and you cannot focus on your breath. Then you might have to use some chanting, like chanting of this Metta Sutta.
Yeah, mostly that's what they use for children program. And I was wondering when the Anapana would start for them, and it seems that they only do this one.
Well, if they find that after the reciting or chanting, they find their mind concentrated enough to watch the breath, then they can switch to watching the breath. You have to find out for yourself. You have to know for yourself whether you can watch the breath or not.
So yes, so in my case, that's what I do. Like after I join this kind of talking with them, then I did find that I was experiencing calm for some reason. And I guess that's the calm from mindfulness, that I was just focusing on that, on those sentencing, right?
That's right. Sometimes your mindfulness is not strong enough yet when you started meditating. So you have to use some kind of chanting to increase your mindfulness. Once you have enough stronger mindfulness, then you find that you can watch your breath. Then you can stop chanting and then concentrate on watching your breath instead.
Okay, and my follow-up question is from last week. It's like when I was speaking with you about this making determination, that the issue that my practice wasn't happening too much was because I did not make this determination. And my question is like, what could help me keep making this determination daily? What could help me? Because
Well, it depends on whether you have the time to do it or not. See, some people have the time, but don't do it because they don't have the determination. So first you have to know that you have free time to do meditation, for instance. Then you're not using that free time for meditation, then you might need to set up a determination, a resolution. Say, I'm going to meditate at this particular hour. And then this will force you to do it when the time comes for you to meditate.
is there something that could help with it? Like I don't want, like I'm thinking of praying, or like just thinking of the Buddha, maybe, like what could help like ignite because when I'm on Zoom with you, the inspiration is like 99% guiding me.
Well, see, setting up determination, it means you already have the determination to do it, but just you just want to reinforce it, to remind your mind that you have to actually do it, not just thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Can you
before
repeat that?
you, so is setting up a resolution or determination is the mean of forcing yourself to do something that you would normally not do it. See,
So make consciously making effort.
that's right. It's
Okay.
like making an appointment with your doctor, for instance. If you don't have an appointment with your doctor, you don't go to see your doctor, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you set up an appointment, then you know, oh, I have to go see the doctor at this hour, at this particular time.
So
It's just making an appointment with yourself.
priority.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Sometimes our language is so difficult and so complex, we forget the simplicity of it all.
Yes.
Okay, just make an appointment with yourself that I have to meditate at this particular hour. See if you can keep the appointment or not. That's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you don't set up an appointment, then you don't feel obligated to do it. But once you set an appointment, then you feel obligated. You have to do it. If you don't do it, then you are cheating or you're not telling the truth. You're not truthful.
Mm-hmm. And last question, it's more for my mom. When I listen to her pain, is there anything I can do to help her to cope with the pain she is speaking to me about or not wanting to speak to me about? Like obviously like how to, like when where she was not in control of certain things and that she's holding on, like what can I do to help her with this pain?
She doesn't need you to do anything. All she wants you to do is listen to her. That's all.
Oh, but it's so difficult to see her in pain.
Well, that's your problem. Then it's not her problem. See.
So then I need to accept that she's in pain, and that's how it is.
That's right. Unless you can do something about it, you can give her medication or take her to the hospital or whatever. Then you
Well,
do
there's
it.
two pains. There's physical pain, and then there's mental pain. So I'm talking about this thinking pain that she's
Mental
thinking.
pain. She has to ask you first how to get rid of this mental pain. Then you can tell her to meditate or use mindfulness.
Mm-hmm. So if
But
she don't want to talk about it, then don't help her.
Because she has to be interested and believe that this will help her with her pain. But if she doesn't believe or think that it can help her, then she wouldn't ask you for it.
Okay, and then my last question is this matter of feeling guilty or feeling shame. What is Buddha's remedy for that? Just again, anicca, like it's like the wind.
Accept things as they are. There's no need to feel shameful.
So shame, it comes from wrong thinking. Okay.
I'm thinking that you can do something about it and you didn't do it. But if you could do it, you would have already done it in the first place. So if you didn't do it, it means you couldn't do it. So why feel shameful about it?
And what about the guilty?
Same thing. Guilt and shame is come from the same thing.
Same root.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just accept things as they are. Blame it on the law of karma. That's what we do. When we cannot, it's their karma to suffer, it's their karma to be happy or to be sad. It's their karma, not us. We have nothing to do with that.
Okay.
And to be guilty or shameful doesn't change anything in the first place, right?
And sorry, one last question. This matter of gratitude, I find it really helped me uplift my mind and my feeling and connect with Buddha Dhamma Sangha. What would the language be in the Buddha understanding? this gratitude feeling?
Gratitude is a sign of a good person. See, if you are gratitude, you have gratitude, it means you are a good person. You remember the good deeds that people do for you, and you don't forget, and you too try to repay or back whenever you can. So we call this is a quality of a good person.
Oh,
If you want
like
to judge, if you want to judge a person, judge on their gratitude, whether they're grateful to people who help them or not. If they're not grateful, then you can cross them out from your list of a good person. Because what's the point? You help them and they don't feel grateful for you. So what's the point in helping them in the first place, right?
do you think giving dana to the monk increase gratitude?
No, giving to somebody doesn't increase your own. You have to give to someone who has done something for you, see? Like your mother and your father. This is showing gratitude. You giving food to the monk also is a mean of showing gratitude to the Sangha. Because without the Sangha, you will not have teachers to teach you the Dhamma. So this is a way of showing gratitude also. Yes, by giving food to monks. But you should give food to monks who teaches you Dhamma, not monk who teaches you misinformation.
And then bowing down, could it be with expression of gratitude?
No, that's an expression of respect.
Respect. Okay.
But it's similar to gratitude. You usually go together. You respect someone because they have done something for you.
Does it help to let go of the ego?
Also, yes, because people who have egoistic usually don't want to acknowledge that they've been helped by other people. They want to forget because it makes them feel inferior when they feel that they have to be supported or helped by other people. So they become ungrateful to other people. Understand?
I'm content.
Okay. When you're grateful, it shows that it means you have humility also to be able to accept that you were helped by someone.
What else could help increase humility?
Well, try to be humble. Like, thinking of yourself as a servant in regarding to other people. Every time you see somebody, think of them as being your boss. Every time you see your mother, think of her as being your boss. And you're here to serve her.
So then
Not to boss her around.
Yes, so if I feel an issue with this, that means my pride is too big.
That's right. You're not humble enough. Okay, we're almost out of time now. Okay, we will have more hand raised. Two hand actually. Bon, you have question or you just want to? Chunchup, I see. Chunchup. Yes, Chunchup, you have more question?
Yes, Katanajan, we have 4 questions that came in. The first 2 questions are from Olivia Chia. How to identify and distinguish moha and avijja?
Moha means delusion, or avijja means ignorant of the truth of the three characteristic of existence. See, when you think that thing will last forever, this is delusion. Nothing lasts forever. If you think that there's a self in something, this is delusional. If you think that this thing can provide you with happiness, this is also delusional because they all will provide you with stress and anxiety and suffering.
The next question, is collective karma true?
No. Karma is individual. Whatever you do doesn't have any effect on other people. it only have effect on yourself.
The next question is from Meta Yu Ching. Dear respected Bante, I want to know if karma, traditionally shaped by intention, Cetana, how does intention operate or dissolve during non-dual awareness experience?
Non-dual experience, what does that mean?
I'm not really sure about that, but it's non-dual awareness experience.
Well, when you do things without intention, then it's not karmic. It doesn't cause any karmic consequences. Like when you walk and you happen to step on a worm or on some ants, this has no karmic effect on your action because you did not have the intention to actually kill that animal that you step on. Okay, maybe
And-
this is what. Okay,
Yes.
go ahead.
Yeah. And the last question is, my mom wants me to listen to her pain. I've been listening to her for years. Her pain is mostly about the hardship of taking care of my dad. My mom wants me not only to listen, but also to scold my dad along with her. I refuse to do that, whereas my sister is always scolding my dad along with her. She's very angry with me for not doing that, just like my sister. She's angry that I'm always keeping silence only. What should I do? Tanajan, thank you, and Satu.
Just continue to be silent. It's a business to get angry, not, and it's not caused by you. You did not do anything. You're just not doing what she wants you to do. That's all. And you know it is wrong. So what can you do? Okay.
Yes, that's
I
all.
think
Thank
that's
you.
about all the time we have for today. Also, thank you for your company. I hope this meeting is useful and can help you advance in your practice. In the meantime, please stay mindful, stay safe, and keep on practicing. And if all goes well, I'll see you all at the same time next week. Thank you and goodbye.
Bye-bye.
สาธุเจ้าค่ะ
Ajaan, Ajaan.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Amin.
Thank you, admin.
Everyone.
Thank you, admin.
I mean,
Everyone. Good night, everyone.
Thank you, admin.
I mean,
Thank you so much, Abby. You can do.
Thank
Good
you.
night.